This program historically shares the story of the Chamber from previous years and features many of the key leaders in our community. This year we'll be hearing from Jason Rice, the outgoing chairman of the board, on where we've been and the many efforts have been realized since July of 2019. We will be turning to a message from Steve Clausen, current chairman of the board, exploring where the Chamber of Commerce is heading as we look at the upcoming year. And of course, we're excited to share the winners of the Circle of Excellence Award and the George Awards, two of the most prestigious accolades to be bestowed by the Missoula Area Chamber of Commerce to a local business and individual in our community. To start, I would like to invite everyone to watch as Jason Rice kicks us off in the next video. Thank you.
Thanks, Kyle. And as he mentioned, I'm Jason Rice. I'm with Territorial Landworks, now IMEG, here in Missoula, and I've been the chair of this chamber for the last year. Thanks, everybody, for attending this virtual annual banquet. This is my year in review, and really, when I take a look back, there's so many things that we talked about last year and that were just a continuation. Even some of the newest, biggest things that we accomplished are still a continuation from what we talked about last year. When I think back, I think one of the biggest accomplishments that we did was to continue our work with the Build Grant. Last year at this time, we didn't know if we were going to win. And in the end, we did win $13 million. And we didn't think that was enough. We think that we should get the $23 million that we asked for. And in light of some of the new events, we've got creative and put together a video, and we went virtual to DC. So last year we went to DC with 19 people. This year we went with everybody from Missoula. It was a great event. But I think overall the take home for us has been that it's not just been the Chamber's efforts, it's been everybody in Missoula's efforts. We were the connectors. We did put a lot together as far as collaboration and coordination. But at the end of the day, everybody came to the table, and I think the biggest take-home was that we all worked together to make this happen. That's been the biggest thing that we hear from the delegates over in Washington, D.C. is they can't believe that we're doing this from Missoula. So I think that's been amazing, and we should all be very proud of that. The second big thing is probably the obvious one that you probably expected me to lead off with, which is COVID-19. Due to COVID-19, we're doing this meeting virtually. Hopefully, it'll have as big an impact as our normal. In fact, I think my theme for the last 2 years speaking at this event has been, oh my gosh, I'm speaking in front of the largest crowd ever. Well, this year probably will top that. We may have had 650 plus people last year live, but there's a good chance that this will touch thousands of people over the year as they come and visit our website. So we're very excited to try this new method and keep things going. On top of that, the Chamber's been here to help your businesses through surveys with data that we're providing to our delegates in Washington, D.C. We were able to get 200 responses that helped feed the information as far as the relief package that came out. We helped with an Open for Business campaign, and we just tried to connect people and do the best that we can and contributed to the committees that are helping to move Missoula forward through this pandemic. On top of that, many of the great things that we did that will continue forward, and as I'm sure you'll hear from Steve, childcare was a continuation of what we did. I think we had 500 responses to a survey about what is getting in the way of childcare. And what we found out is that 47% of the responses told us that the parents had left their workplace due to childcare issues. This is huge. We can only imagine what COVID and the changes in our child care supply chain will do for us moving forward, and we plan to continue doing more work towards that. The Chamber connected the Missoula County Public School System with a private sector individual and just connected the dots as one of the main tools to get people there. 165 slots, that's big. On top of that, we garnered national recognition for the work that we've done. We made it into a Federal Reserve recognition. We were invited to the White House, and Kim did a wonderful job representing Missoula and the work that we have done here as Missoula. Many chambers are hoping to replicate what we've done and have been reaching out to us as the leaders in the solution. We also have met with teachers and the private sector to discuss how we can try to get kids more ready for our workforce to join our business community as we move forward. The state of Missoula is something that I'm proud that we did because it recapped all the great things that were done for Missoula. The things that have happened throughout the year while I was the chair of the board include Cold Springs, which I've already mentioned. The Summit Beverage site was a huge investment in the community from a private individual. The VA clinic is something that has also started broken ground and underway. Workforce Connections continued, as I mentioned earlier. Northwest Energy was spotlighted for their work with the Missoula County Public School Systems and their solar project. And then, like I mentioned, the Bill grant was huge for Missoula, and we continue to hope for the additional $10 million. With all of that said, we made it through a year with many great achievements. I would say that your chamber is in great hands with our new chair that you'll get to meet here before too long, and our chamber staff.